Let us understand what is linear programming. Linear programming is basically a mathematical technique which is used for determining optimal allocation of resources when you want to achieve specified objectives. So your objective can be either a maximization objective or a minimization objective. So when you have an objective and if you want to achieve that objective, you have to allocate your resources in an optimal way. For that you have a mathematical technique, and that mathematical technique is linear programming. To understand this, let's look at one real scenario. Here you have a small scale industry unit manufactures two products, X1 and X2. X1 and X2 are basically the products which are processed in the machine shop and assembly shop. The time in hours required for each product in the shops are given in the matrix. Profit per unit is also given along. So for product X1 in machine shop, you have to produce 2 hours. That is, for producing 1 unit of product X1, 2 hours is required. For producing 1 unit of product X2, 3 hours are required. But this machine shop will be available only for 16 hours. So if you are going to produce 1 unit of product X1 and 1 unit of product X2, already 5 hours is gone. Okay. But the available time in a day is only 16 hours. Similarly, in assembly shop, X1 will take 4 hours, whereas X2 will take 2 hours, and total time available is 16 hours. What about the profit per unit? If you sell 1 unit of product X1, you will make a profit of 3 per unit, and if you sell 1 unit of product X2, you will make a profit of 4. Assuring that there is unlimited demand for both products, how many units of each should be produced every day to maximize total profit? Now, if you want to understand, you should first of all find out what is your objective. What is your objective? Here the objective is you have to find out the number of units both products should be produced so that you can maximize the total profit. Maximizing the profit should be the objective, and for maximizing the profit you have to produce certain number of units of product X and product Y. It means we should start defining from the number of units of the products. Okay, so here we basically have two products, X1 and X2. So let me put it here. Let X1, small x1 and X2 be the number of units of product X1 and X2. I am differentiating these two x's. The small x denotes the number and capital X denotes the product. Okay. So for solving this problem using linear programming, what we have to do is we have to represent this in a mathematical form. We have to represent this information in a mathematical form. Now, what is the total profit we are going to get by selling 1 unit of product X1? It is 3. And 1 unit of product X2, it is 4. So you have to produce and sell such number of units so that your profit is going to be maximum. So how it can be expressed mathematically? We can say our profit should be certain number of units of product X1, okay, so that you get a profit. And what is the profit? By selling 1 unit of X1 you get profit as 3. Okay, so you have to sell certain number of units of product X1 and the certain number of units will be denoted as X1. So it is 3X1 plus product X2, or to make it little more simple, I'll call this as product A and B. Okay, so this is product A and B. So product B should be sold X2 number of units. So this should be X2. That is, what is the profit per unit? Profit per unit is 4. So 4X2. So this is the objective. Objective is you should have maximum profit. That is, you are going to make a profit of 3 on product A, 4 on product B. You have to sell certain number of units so that your profit is maximum. But here you have a constraint. You cannot do this as you wish. You cannot simply sell any number of units of X1, any number of units of X2. You can't do that because you have a constraint. What is the constraint? Constraint is machine shop is available per day only for 16 hours and assembly shop is available per day only for 16 hours. For producing 1 unit of A, you will take 2 hours. For producing 1 unit of B, you will take 3 hours. Okay, so how many units can be produced within this 16? So that have to be framed as an equation. So first of all, let me write what is the constraint in each and every department. What is the first department? Which is machine shop. The first department is machine shop. So constraint in machine shop. So I'll write MS constraint, that is machine shop constraint. You can take 2 hours for product A and 3 hours for product B. So let me put it, that is 2x1 plus 3x2. So here x1 and x2 represents the number of units. Now these two put together got to be less than 16 hours in a day. Okay. So here 2x1, if I'm going to say x1 is 2 units, so it's going to be 2 into 2, that is 4 hours. Okay. And x2 I'm going to say it is 3 units, then 3 into 3 becomes 9. So 4 plus 9, yes, that is very well within the condition. But if I'm going to say x1 is 5 units, let's say x1 is going to be 5 units and x2 is also going to be 5 units. What happens here? 2 into 5 is 10 and 3 into 5 is 15. So both together, put together, manufacturing requires 25, and that is not possible because the time available is only 16. So the number of units should be produced in such a way that it is within 16. So that is the constraint number 1. This is machine shop constraint. Then we have assembly shop constraint. Let me put out that also. Assembly shop constraint. What is the assembly shop constraint? You need 4 hours for A and 2 hours for B. Okay. So 4x1 plus 2x2, and they got to be less than or equal to 16 hours. So they should be less than or equal to 16. So in this way, assembly shop constraint is also taken care. Now we have objective, which is this. We have taken constraints into consideration. We have constraint number 1, machine shop constraint, constraint number 2, assembly shop constraint. To have meaningful answers, what we have to do? We have to consider these constraints, that is x1 and x2, that is they should not be negative, that is they compulsorily got to be greater than or equal to 0. Only then we can have meaningful answers. So what we can do, we can summarize this and present it in the form of a LPP inequalities. Okay, that is we have profit, that is maximize Z, where Z denotes profit, and that is equal to 3x1 plus 4x2 subject to constraints. What are the constraints? We have two constraints subject to 2x1 plus 3x2 is less than or equal to 16. Then 4x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 16, and the third one, non-negativity constraint, x1 comma x2 should be greater than or equal to 0. So this is how LPP equations or say inequalities are developed.
Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you liked this lecture. If you wish to learn more on the areas related to this topic, check our comprehensive course. I have shared the details and link in the description below. Click sign up and enroll. I'll see you inside the course.